Welcome to another edition of the Chin Check series. I'm your host, Rebel Life. Today's episode, we're going to talk about the chin of Erickson, the Hammer Lubin. Now, we already know, man, ever since Erickson Lubin was knocked out in the first round by Jermell Charlo back in 2017, that stuck with Erickson Lubin. And ever since then, people were going to say he was chinny. This is before he even got into any other major fights. You started hearing that floating around the boxing scene. Everybody was calling him chinny. And I remember seeing it. I'm like, damn, bro. The dude was, everybody was on him before he fought Charlo. Minute he gets knocked out, now all of a sudden he got a bad chin. It's just crazy how the fans will do you sometimes, man. But that's pretty much, when people bring up Erickson Lubin, most of the time you're going to hear the Charlo knockout. That's going to always stick with him. He's just going to have to own that. And he himself admitted that was his defensive irresponsibility that caused that to happen to him. A lot of people were saying he was too green to fight Jermell Charlo. He wasn't ready. But most people were saying, put him in there, he's going to destroy Charlo. He's the one to knock out Charlo, to beat Charlo. I seen the comments. I remember it. It was like 5 years ago, but I still remember it, man. But let's talk about him, man, real quick. Erickson Lubin, 24 wins, 1 loss, which was by Jermell Charlo, and that loss was a knockout loss. 17 wins by way of knockout. So Erickson Lubin definitely has some power in them hands. 68% KO rating. Actually higher than Jermell Charlo's, which is pretty ironic, right? But let's talk about the chin. What do I think about his chin? Well, in previous fights, you've seen Erickson Lubin hurt. He was hurt by Terrell Gausha in 2020. Jason Rosario hurt him in 2021 in their fight. And I believe he was hurt by Nate Gallimore. I'm not sure if it was Nate Gallimore or not, but for sure it's Terrell Gausha and Jason Rosario. Those are the ones I remember clearly. And they were both chin shots that hurt him. And each time he got hurt, he was stunned to the point where you saw him like, okay, where am I? Like his legs went from under him a little bit, but he gained back his composure and he shook it off and ended up getting Jason Rosario out in the 6th round. Knocked him down twice, actually, and won a unanimous against Terrell Gausha. But the thing is this. Ever since those two things happened to Erickson Lubin, since he was hurt in those 2 fights, it even more elevated the thing, the notion that Erickson Lubin has no chin and that Erickson Lubin is chinny. But you got to take some things into consideration. Both those times he was rocked by Jason Rosario and Terrell Gausha. He never was like, okay, I'm out of it, or he didn't drop. And another thing you got to take into consideration is how fast he recovered from that punch from both of them. He recovered. That counts for something when you're getting punched in the chin. If you can recover from something like that easy, I wouldn't say that's necessarily a bad chin. The initial punch, you just can't handle. Some boxers, I don't think the initial impact, they can't handle that well, I think. And then later on, they shake it off. And it depends on who punches you as well, In Erickson Lubin's case, Jason Rosario is known for his power. And Terrell Gausha, he's not really a power puncher, but he was able to still kind of rock Lubin a little bit. But the thing is, with Lubin, he didn't fall. Even from Jason Rosario's punches, he didn't fall. He took it. He may have not had taken it as well. Jermell Charlo took Jason Rosario's punches, but nonetheless, he took the punch, didn't fall. And even, a lot of boxers, man, when they get punched and they get clipped and they get wobbled or something, and then like they come back the next round, they still don't know where they at. They still hurt. They still all over the place. To me, that's chinny. Or if you get punched and then you get up and you stumbling all over the place, or if you get punched the first time and then you don't recover from it again. You always for the rest of the fight, or you're fucked up for like 2 rounds or 1 round, shit like that. But he took the shots and he recovered. That counts for something. The Jermell Charlo KO, that was him being irresponsible, and he said it. That could have happened to anybody. That could have been Tank. Anybody could have took Mike Tyson. I'm just saying Tyson, just throwing him in there as an example. But Jermell Charlo could have did that to anybody that wasn't defensively responsible. And Lubin owned that. But with that being said, I'm going to grade his chin. So my official report card for the chin of Erickson Lubin, it would be a B-level chin. Simple fact is he hasn't really been hit by that many power punches yet. Jermell tested his chin, but that was kind of like he didn't see that coming, man. But if it's a punch that he's bracing for, I would have to see how he would handle with Jermell Charlo. Okay, he took Rosario's the Gaucher thing. I mean, he was supposed to take that punch, but he was shaky, even though Gaucher not known for his power. This is what I be telling people about power sometimes, right? Just because a guy isn't known for like his power, don't mean he can't hurt somebody in the ring, can hurt you. This is why I keep telling everybody. I hear these comments all the time about Yordenis Ugas. They keep saying he can't hurt Spence. Bro, yes he can. Yes he can. I know he only has 12 knockouts. It doesn't matter, bro. He can hurt Spence. Spence can definitely hurt him, but he can hurt Spence. He can hurt Errol Spence, bro. He can hurt Terrence Crawford. This is boxing. The likelihood, though, when you don't see a person with that many KOs, you don't think they're going to really hurt somebody, which is true, because they don't got a lot of power behind their punches. But it could be that one time where we don't expect it, and then that's when that boxer knocks out the person that nobody thought he would knock out. That's how it is. So you can't count people like Ugas, and no, you can't do it. That's why, I'm saying with Devin Haney ain't got no power or whatever. Say what you want to say. I don't believe that, but yeah, he has a B-level chin. Until if I see him against some other heavy hitters at 154, like he's about to supposedly fight Sebastian Fundora, and we'll see how that goes. If I see him against Tony Harrison, if he fights the other harder punchers and he fights Jermell again, and I'll get to see how he takes it, how he handles those punches from those guys too, and add it to the Gaucher and the Jason Rosario, then we can either up his level of chin or we can downgrade his ass. But right now, I would say the chin of Erickson Lubin is a B. He has a B-class chin. So we're going to leave it there. And that is my report card for the chin of Erickson the Hammer Lubin. I want to know what y'all guys think. Drop a comment, like, and subscribe. Y'all know who this is already. It's Rebel Life. I'll catch y'all later on the next one, and I'm out.